While honeymooning in Maine, my wife and I stopped at the picturesque town of Booth Bay, a particularly dreary and rainy day. Since our planned picnic was out of the question, we sought shelter in a plated antique store near the harbor. While my wife inspected the large chest and side tables near the door, I eagerly examined the antique tools and seafaring equipment inside the glass sales counter at the back. Being a collector of optics and mariner's instruments, I hoped to find a sextant or perhaps a leather-bound telescope. A particular interesting piece caught my eye. It appeared to be a heavy brass flashlight, bearing a worn brown patina and remarkably modern in design. I asked the shopkeeper, but he could only tell me it was found in the same old sailor's chest as several of the compasses and sextant also on display. He inquired too as whether I would like to purchase it for $5, or perhaps have it for free. It's worthless to me, and nobody wants it. When I remarked about the price, he sighed wearily, then reached into the cabinet and retrieved it for me. Here, see it for yourself, feller. The craftsmanship was wonderful, quite durable and apparently handmade, perhaps originating from somewhere in Europe. Worn leathering indicated it might be German, or perhaps Australian in origin. Twisted the bulb housing and a weak red beam swept out, poking into the dark corner of the shop. I was greeted with a fantastic monotone swirls, moving it and entwining it with each other like a pit of eels. As I stared further into this unusual kaleidoscope, my fanciful mind invented ghoulish faces and sinuous, gnarled tendrils. Shutting the device off, I turned excitedly to the shopkeeper. "Fantastic!" I said. "I might have an oil filter of some sort from front of the lens. I have two Victorian kaleidoscopes, but none are illuminated like this. You don't get it, do you? Nobody gets it." They all come back to return it after a while. The shopkeeper leaned on the counter, and I could see that he was breathing heavily and whispered, "Think they all think it's some sort of trick, till they start seeing it when the light's off. That ain't no projection, mister. That damned thing, that light, it ain't making up those creatures. It's letting your eyes see what's already there."